take off.
Alright guys, it's your boy Cast Agitator. As I'm sure you can probably tell by the title of the video, we're going to be going through the top 5 bows currently in Warframe as of 2019. I'd like to say ahead of time this list is based on my own opinion and I hope you don't take no offense. Enjoy the video. Alright guys, for our 5th bow, being in bottom place, we've got the Pram. Now the reason for this being 5th place is because the other 4 bows, for my own personal opinion, just have more usability in different scenarios, to be fair. Now this is the build that we're going to be using for the Pram. Now bear in mind that we're going to be trying all these bows up against the level 135 bombard, so they might vary in terms of how quick they kill them, but this is just basically my own personal opinion, so let's just get straight into it. So that was the build. Now what we're going to do is we're going to spawn as many as possible. I'm not going to be using any Warframe that might actually buff the damage of it. So this is the first one, being the Pram. I'll say just 3 shots. Maybe just let the slash damage finish him off, I suppose. The reason I've put this one 4th and not any higher is primarily because it's primarily based on impact damage and not slash. Although we're going to be using hunter munitions on it to get a bit of slash, it still doesn't proc as often as we'd want it to. So let's just get straight into it. Now once again, the reason I find this one to be better than the Pram is because this one can actually get the arrows out quicker, which means you've got a better chance of actually proccing the slash. So instead of, taking long to proc it, you get it in quicker. Now although that was obviously more arrows, it was actually only 2 arrows to proc the slash in the first place. It just took longer to actually get it to proc. So that's that. In 3rd place we have the Dread. Now the reason for actually only putting the Dread in 3rd place is because it only has single target damage, which is why I'm not going to be putting it any higher than the other 2, which, well, you can probably guess one of them, but I'm pretty sure you'll be surprised on the 1st place one. But that's my Dread build. So let's just get straight into it and see how quick it can kill things. The reason I've actually put this higher than the previous 2 is because the slash proc is more than likely going to proc easier because it's a slash weapon. So the status chance on it is higher. And as you can see, that's one bombard. In 2nd place, we've actually got the Lens. Now I'd like to say ahead of time, the only reason that this bow and the 1st place bow is actually ahead of the Dread is entirely because of hunter munitions, to give it the actual ability to actually take out, 135 bombards, because without hunter munitions, these bows wouldn't even be able to deal with them. So let's just see how this one fares up against level 135 bombards. The reason I've actually put this one higher as well, although the Dread has a better chance of proccing slash, is because this one can proc slash to multiple targets, and in turn can obliterate multiple targets. As you can see, it doesn't do as much damage as the Dread, but it's better for dealing with more targets, and that's what I prefer about it. As I said, this is based on my own opinion, so don't take no offense to this. And last, but certainly not least, we've got the Cirno Pram. Now the entire reason for this bow being 1st is because of its ability to shoot more than one projectile, all having a possibility of proccing slash, the 30% chance of proccing slash on the critical, which means this thing can more or less proc slash every single time, as you'll be able to see. And this is entirely why I prefer this over every other bow, and why this bow is also my 1st choice. So if we just, it's gonna proc slash almost every single time. See? and we can prop more than one slash as well. Although this is actually based on chance still, I still find it better than the dread because its chance is still higher than the dreads, and you can get more than one slash prop as well as, you know, working on more than one enemy. For example, I can get these two and get slash props on both of them. And that is my top 5 list, ending with the Cirno Prime being first place. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you have, obviously like the video, comment if you don't agree with this list, comment any tips that you might, you know, like to recommend in terms of improving my videos, and lastly subscribe if you haven't already. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.